I never intended to use this YouTube channel to talk smack about anybody, but this particular person was a monster, and they've been dead for 170 years, so I think it's okay. We all know the downside of Andrew Jackson. He was a slaveholder, unapologetic slaveholder. He participated in ethnic cleansing. He killed many people in duels. Were these his greatest crimes? Yes, they were. But he also did something else that really wasn't cool. I learned about this on Weird History, by the way. Please follow that channel. There's a lot of weird stuff. So, a man named Thomas Meacham, a colonel who lived in upstate New York. If you're from upstate New York, you've probably gone skating in his rink or driven down his road. Meacham, familiar name. He gifts Andrew Jackson a 1,400-pound block of cheese. Now, Andrew Jackson at first is very happy to get this cheese, but then he doesn't know what to do with it. He eats a little bit, he shares a little bit, but for the most part, he just leaves the cheese to sit in the White House hallway, stinking for a year and a half. So for a year and a half, if you were within blocks of the White House, you could smell the cheese. So this stinking cheese smell was associated with early America. Here's where I really judge Andrew Jackson. First off, you don't know what to do with a gift of cheese. You're the president. Give it away to people. Have fondue for DC. All of Washington, DC should have been eating fondue for the whole year. Not only fondue, there's mac and cheese, there's cheese sandwiches, there's onion soup with the Gruyere on top. You could have been doing a lot with this cheese. It's really just a smart car. You can't get rid of a smart car's worth of cheese. Like, I don't even have friends like that. I'm not a president of a country, but I think if I got 1,400 pounds of cheese, I could give it away. This cheese took the milk from 850 cows. So a lot of people and a lot of animals came together to give you this block of cheese, and all you do is let it stink up instead of sharing it with the public. He was not the type to share with the public. Even though he had this persona of being a people's man, how much of a man of the people can you be if you're participating in ethnic cleansing? Andrew Jackson waits a year and a half before throwing his party and serving it to Washington, D.C.'s upper crust. Many people who attended this party passed out just because the cheese stank so badly, both men and women. Now, could you imagine if you were in D.C. and you've been waiting for years on an invitation from the president to go to the White House, and you finally get this invitation, and you have to eat this stinking, unrefrigerated cheese that you've had to smell for over a year? What kind of invitation is that? And then if you refuse the cheese, he might shoot you in a duel. So it's really life or death as to whether you eat this cheese. You better eat this cheese. I would also like to point out how strong the stomachs of the 1800s were. Because if you gave me a piece of cheese that had been rotting in a hallway above ground for almost 2 years, I think I would get pretty ill. But all of these people seem to have enjoyed the cheese. Now, they may have enjoyed the cheese upon threat of death from this psychopathic president, but they said the party was a success. I don't know if a reporter could report that the party was not a success, considering how crazy Andrew Jackson was. I say all that to say that you can tell everything you need to know about a man by how he disposes of 1,400 pounds of cheese. Does he give it away? Is he a generous man? Or is he cheese greedy? Would he rather see it rot in the hallway than share it with people? Andrew Jackson was cheese greedy. So is this the worst thing he ever did? No, obviously not. But it definitely sums up his personality more than anything else. Also, if Andrew Jackson is your favorite president and you support him on the $20 bill, I don't know what to tell you. Now tell me what your least favorite thing about Andrew Jackson is in the comments, and please subscribe.